Welcome, everybody, to the final score. I'm your host, Nicholas Marcinov. This is a show where we are picking the NFL playoffs. We've been doing it all regular season, but now we're in the playoffs, and it is almost time for the Super Bowl. We are in the conference championship, the final stretch before the Super Bowl. 4 teams remain, but only 2 will survive. Today, I'm joined here by 3 of the best buds in the whole world. We have DJ. He's a Raiders fan. Say what's up, DJ.
What up, everybody? Raider Nation all day.
Absolutely. And then Mr. World Star Tanner. What's going on, you Patriots fan?
What's up, man? We're not in the playoffs. Whatever. Still getting over it. First time in 12 years. But hey, you know what? It's all right. It's all right.
Yeah, none of us are in the playoffs anymore. And Chris, knowing about his Dolphins not being in the playoffs, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing just fine. There's always next season.
There's always next season. Today we will not be with Ben. He's a Vikings fan. He is currently doing homework for college, so very good on you, Ben. Let's take a look at the current standings. So, as a reminder, we are trying to have the best predictions to win a jersey at the end of the Super Bowl. And unfortunately, there has been an elimination, and it has come at the hands of Chris. Unfortunately, he won't have enough points to make up the ground. So I'm very sorry. Tanner and I are still tied at first place with 168 and 98. Who knows? We might not get 100 wrong. That'll be super interesting. Followed by Ben and then DJ. DJ is on the cusp of elimination, but that's okay because there's also a side bet for playoff victory. We will all chip in $5 and that person will get it. And DJ has an impressive 8-2 record. But yeah, so these are the current standings. What are you guys' thoughts?
I just want to say, fuck the Packers and the Rams and pretty much every team that I picked last week except for the Saints.
Yeah.
Because I feel bad for the Saints more than I do the Rams and everybody else.
Yep. Number 1 defense, where, Rams? Where?
Not on the field, of course.
Nope. All right.
I'm just gonna say, I wish my postseason record was similar to my overall record, because then maybe I'd be in it for a jersey. But
Dude, this is impressive.
But you know what? Like I said, with the Dolphins, there's always next season. There's always next season for a jersey too.
Oh, I'm thinking about changing up for next season if we do it. But I've just realized that, Chris, you're also eliminated from the playoff money. So
yeah, it's
sorry,
fine.
man.
It's all good. It's all good.
Just glad to have you here and provide some, interesting takes. Tanner, you got anything to say on this?
I might be a little sweating a little bit about it because we are tied up. It is very close. Ben still has an opportunity to reach us, but not really. It's mainly likely down to me and you. And really, this week is probably the most important factor because next week doesn't really matter so much. What matters is this week. Because if I get 2 wrong and you get 2 right, the room for me to catch up, it's not that much. Even though that, for you guys that don't know, the Super Bowl, so we're doing 3 points available total for it. So 1 for the correct guess for the winner, and then for the score for either team. And if it's, on dot on either side, regardless of who's winning, as long as you got the dot, that's another extra point. So there's an additional 3 points available. But for me to guess the score of a game, I don't know about that. So I'm nervous, but I'm ready.
All right. And that's what we're talking about. So without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about it. First, we're going to discuss the AFC matchup. It's the number 2 seeded Buffalo Bills taking on the number 1 seeded Kansas City Chiefs. And DJ, you're going to be breaking down the Buffalo Bills, my friend.
All right, everybody. Since my Super Bowl playing AFC team has been defeated by the Bills, Now I got to go in for the Bills. I've been doubting them since the beginning of the season. Like, who are the Bills? Who are they playing? Clearly, the team has just completely proved everybody wrong. I think being in the position that they're in right now, they've been saying it and been playing, this whole season strong and proving all the doubters, incorrect. And I think a lot of that has to go to the quarterback. Our young man, Josh Allen, has just been playing lights out, calm, collective, staying in the pocket, scrambling in and out of the pocket when under pressure, making amazing throws. And not to mention, Stephon Diggs just being the impact player that he is. And also with it, which I think showed big time against the Ravens last week, was their defense. The defense, they had an awesome game plan to stop Lamar Jackson and make him and force him to throw the ball rather than try to run against them, and they stopped them. And I think they shut up the Ravens because they had a lot of momentum going for them, with the Ravens, because similarly to the Bills, they were on a really good win streak, and it was coming down to those two teams to see who's going to be able to top the Chiefs. And by seeing the way that Josh Allen plays, seeing how the game plan to stop the run against the Ravens, I can see something similar happening for the Bills against the Chiefs on trying to formulate a game plan and using that talented defense to stop Patrick Mahomes in company, and relying on Josh Allen's absolute cannon and his feet to run around and really hit the Chiefs where it hurts, which is their defense. And just the numbers, for the Bills throughout the regular season shows it. They're number 2 in passing. I think something like number 3 in rushing, or number 20 in rushing, actually. But overall, number 2 offense in the league. And Josh Allen has been showing it week in and week out. Also, a slight injury report. Vernon Butler, defensive tackle, strong guy, listed as questionable. And then also Gabriel Davis, a strong wide receiver, also dealing with an ankle injury. We'll see that both those guys will be ready to go for Sunday. But, I think that with everything that the Bills have shown throughout the season, and then from last week against the Ravens, that they are ready for the Kansas City Chiefs.
All right. Very well said. And we are just going to pass it on over to Chris. You're going to be breaking down the Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay, so the Kansas City Chiefs are the number 1 team for offense right now. They've only been beaten twice in the season, going against the Las Vegas Raiders and the last game of the season, which really didn't count because they benched basically everyone. Last week they beat the Browns barely because Patrick Mahomes went out for a concussion and they put in Chad Henning. Fortunately for the Chiefs, Mahomes is back in action. He's ready. He's been cleared to play on Sunday. And, with him being top of the performance board for QBs right now, I don't see him stopping, slowing down, even if he's got a little bit of brain damage. I don't know. Him and his offense, they're ranked number 1 in passing. The rushing game's a little lackluster, only being at number 16, but with Patrick Mahomes at the helm throwing left and right, I don't really think that's going to be a problem for them. Their defense, however, like DJ was saying, is pretty bad. I don't know if they're going to be able to handle Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills offense, But I think with everything being said and how the Chiefs have been looking all season, I think I'm gonna go with the Bills because I've already been eliminated. So my choice really doesn't matter. I'm just gonna go with the upset of being the Bills.
All right, fair enough. For me, okay, so big game, but I have to disagree with you, Chris. I think that it's going to be the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, even when he doesn't play well, he plays well. And this is a rematch from Week 6, where the Kansas City Chiefs won at 26-17, I believe, and we all picked the Kansas City Chiefs. I think that it's going to happen again. Maybe not quite the same score, probably closer, but I can't pick against Kansas City right now. DJ?
You know, I am not going to lean on the Kansas City Chiefs going into the Super Bowl. Come on, you guys. You know I hate the Chiefs.
We all hate the Chiefs right now, man.
I'm going.
Yeah,
man.
DJ.
I'm with Chris. I'm going all day. Like Chris was saying, the Kansas City Chiefs defense is the weak point. You got Josh Allen, just a high-powered offense. I think they're going to take advantage and make something happen. So I'm going Bills, baby. Let's do this.
Okay, and then to wrap it up, Tanner, who you picking?
A lot of compelling arguments here. A lot of great points made on both sides. But I was really scared when I was watching the Chiefs play last week, and Patrick Mahomes was doing the doozy. Sometimes when you sit down for forever on the toilet, you get up. You kind of go, oh, you like lose that consciousness. That's what happened to him. It made me really scared seeing that. But learning today that he's coming back to play, I am ever so more confident that the Chiefs are going to go and beat the Bills. It's not going to be a blowout. It's going to be a hard fought game because you got number 1 versus number 2. But um, I'm going to go with the Chiefs. Chiefs are favored, I think, for me being the statistics man that I am, 58.3%. That's well enough comfortable for me to pick the Chiefs. That statistic number is going to lead into my next topic, which I think I'm going to start talking about Buccaneers and Packers.
Yeah, in just a second here. So it is, yep, the next game is the number 5 seeded Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the number 1 seeded Green Bay Packers. And yeah, Tanner, you're going to be breaking down the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So please begin.
All right, what's up, guys? What's up, Buccaneer fans? I don't know if we have any of you guys, but you guys know you got the GOAT. You got 2 GOATs on your team. You got Gronk and you got Brady. You saw the performance last week. I'm very sorry, Nick, that they beat the Saints and that, but I'm sure Drew Brees played a good game, and I'm sure that it left a good impression on everybody. But, that's terrible, Chris.
Sorry.
I don't know. I don't know if it picked it up. I don't know if it was on speaker view or not. But
It picked it up.
it picked it up. Okay, I'm sorry. But basically, so this is going to be actually a rematch of Week 6 for you guys that haven't been paying attention or watching the entire season. So the Buccaneers right now, we're 11-5 in the season, and we are on a 6-game winning streak. 6 games. 6. Count them 6. We're coming up there. We lost to the Chiefs, so that's going to be a little bit of concern coming up into next week's game. But we beat the Packers 38-10 in Week 6, and right now we're on. You guys have been paying attention to playoffs. Beat Washington Football Team 31-23, and then we just beat the Saints 30-20. And then our offense right now ranked number 7, passing number 2, rushing 28. Not very surprising with a team with Tom Brady that the rushing yards are actually. We're not one of the best rushing teams, but that's okay. But look, you got the GOAT. He's leading number 2 right now in passing yards for the lead of 4,633 passing yards. That's crazy. The only one who's better than that, you guys know?
Allen.
Aaron Rodgers. And 40 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, so 65%. But basically, at the end of the day, our defense ranked number 6, 21 against passing, number 1 against running. So we'll see how that plays coming in. But Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers, big throwing guys, just like Tom Brady, like to throw the ball and like to run the ball the whole time. Unlike if you want to be like Cam Newton and blow the season, you can run the ball all season. But we won't talk about that. But that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to pass it off.
Quick question, real quick. Just because you through your whole analysis, which I totally respect, you keep on saying we. I know you're a Patriots fan. Are you converting? Are you
I was thinking the
are you
same thing.
No, listen. I'm
Buccaneers
telling you this. Look, like
fan?
everyone knows that Brady will always be a Patriot. He's been his whole life up until this point, and that's why I'm saying we is like once the Patriots are, I have to default to Brady. So that's why I'm saying we. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm not on no Buccaneers bandwagon. But look, you got Tom Brady and Gronk, and I guess AB, but he kind of was a Patriot for a week and then wasn't. So I don't know where we stand on that. But I guess yeah, I am rooting for the Buccaneers. You guys found me out. I'm rooting for the Buccaneers because the GOAT.
I feel it. I respect it too.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to start talking about the Green Bay Packers then. And Ben would not be happy with me if I didn't start off with, man, the Green Bay Packers suck. And they are just terrible. Okay. Well, actually, no, they're not terrible. So the Green Bay Packers, they went 13-3 during the regular season. They have currently won 7 straight since losing to the Colts in week 11. This is also another week 6 rematch, oddly enough, where both teams have just switched. It was Packers at Tampa and Chiefs at Bills, but now it's the opposite way. And in that week 6, Ben, Chris, and DJ all picked the Packers to win, while Nick and Tanner were the only two who believed in the Buccaneers, and the Buccaneers won that game. To get to the conference championship, the Green Bay Packers, they obviously had the number 1 overall seed, and so they were allowed a bye. They defeated the LA Rams 32-18 to make it into the conference championship. We know Jared Goff, he had thumb surgery. He didn't look good at all. And then just that number 1 defense. I don't know what it is where quarterbacks go down and all of a sudden the defense has to forget how to play. During the season, though, the Green Bay Packers, they had the number 5 seeded, or not number 5 seeded, but the number 5 overall offense with the number 9 passing and number 8 rushing. They're being led by Aaron Rodgers, who was on fire. 48 touchdowns to 5 interceptions, a 70.7 completion percentage, almost 4,300 yards total passing. Devontae Adams went off with 18 touchdowns, over 1,000 yards. Aaron Jones, 9 touchdowns, over 1,000 yards running. He did fumble twice, but the Green Bay Packers were able to recover the ball both times. And at the start of the season, if you go back and watch our videos, we would say, the Packers, they don't have a defense. Well, they've stepped it up quite a bit to become the number 9 ranked defense. They're number 7 against the pass, and they're number 13 against the run. So this is going to be a big, big matchup for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And man, whenever I think of the Green Bay Packers, I think of the ugliest trio in NFL. You have Aaron Rodgers, who's supposed to be the face of the Green Bay Packers. He's an ugly man. Devontae Adams, he's also very ugly. And then you have the Amish guy, Aaron Jones. I was trying to find the NFL graphic for the Green Bay Packers where they drew him, and I'm just like, wow, these guys are super ugly. But I know that has nothing to do statistically, but I just can't get over how ugly these 3 guys are. And yet they're amazing. And so I kind of have to put a little bit of respect on their name because I'm picking the Green Bay Packers. So
Ben
whenever
would be pissed.
What?
Ben would be pissed.
I know. I'm pissed that I'm picking the Green Bay Packers, but Tom Brady did not look good against the Saints. Had it not been for the turnovers near our own end zone, the Buccaneers weren't doing much of anything. And Aaron Rodgers completely manhandled the number 1 defense. It's supposed to be cold, and Tom Brady's used to the cold, but not the Buccaneers. DJ, you got anything to say?
Yeah, dude.
Well, pick, yeah.
I do have something to say. We were having that debate last week. It's like, who's the GOAT? Who's the man? Drew Brees or is it Brady? And I think Brady's just saying Brees is who.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I remember that. That
I'm
was a fun.
going Bucks. I'm going Bucks.
Oh,
They're my favorite to be the Super Bowl the NFC Super Bowl team.
mhm.
They're I know they didn't look that great against the Saints, but they're on a roll. Similarly to Green Bay as well, but I gotta say I think TV is gonna prove to all of us that he is the GOAT and will be until there's another one.
Oh, okay. But Tanner, you're next. But before you say anything, I just want to say I am so thankful that we finally get to see Tom Brady versus blank because everybody wanted to see Tom Brady versus Drew, and everybody also wanted to see Tom Brady versus Aaron Rodgers. Now, of course, we all wanted to see it for the Super Bowl, but it's kind of cool that we're getting it now, even though it's
Hmm.
the NFC rivals. So that's all I wanted to say about that. So Tanner, you pick.
Oh man, this is where the crossroads. This is where the road splits. Uh, the Green Bay is favored to win. However, they're favored to win 53.2%. And what I've been saying a whole lot in statistics, there's a thing called a margin of error. There's an appropriate margin of error, and my own personal margin of error is 5%. And I believe last week, uh, I think Tampa was not favored to win. The Saints were favored to win, and I think they were favored to win 52 or 53%. And what happened? They lost. So this is within my personal margin of error. I'm going to go with the Buccaneers. Will my blind love for Brady ruin me? Possibly, because I understand your arguments, and if I wasn't a Patriots fan, I would probably be picking Green Bay. However, I believe in Brady. 6 games winning streak. This man is old, but he is hungry and ready to win. I mean, even he's going on it like on the last game of the Saints game, like, it was 4th and 1. He's jumping over, trying to get the ball over. He's doing what he can. So we'll see. But I gotta support my boy, bro. So Tampa.
Respect. Chris?
I'm glad you chose me last because I got a story for you guys. So, for the listeners, I work at a grocery store. I can't say which one because of legal reasons. But, however, my boss every year picks a different football team to root for the year. So, this year happened to be Tampa Bay. So, he's been like, the whole entire time they got in the playoffs, Tampa Bay is going to the Super Bowl, man. Tampa Bay is going to the Super Bowl. So, the other day, he goes up on the intercom. He's like, Tampa Bay to the Super Bowl. And I yelled out, yeah, right. And he immediately was like, whoever said that, you're going on night crew. So he thought it was another guy in my department. He's like, you're going to the service deli. And he had his earbuds and he didn't know what was going on. So then I was telling him what happened. He's like, why do you say my name? I'm like, I think he probably thought you said it. So then he comes up to me. He's like, Chris, if you don't do this, you're going to service deli with Alex. And he's like, I didn't say anything. He's like, oh, you throwing Chris under the bus, huh? So flash forward a couple days after that, when the Buccaneers beat the New Orleans Saints, he goes up on the intercom before the store opens. He's like, yeah, Chris, so who's your daddy? So I start laughing,
He did
and then
not get manhandled. What? All right. Sorry.
so then I try to tell him that the Buccaneers are going to win against the Green Bay Packers.
Oh my God. I'm
And here
all
is why.
alone.
And, and here is why. And I will tell you what. And I told him this, and I told somebody in my store that I have a bet with. Green Bay can't play against good teams. That's what Ben has been saying this entire season. and Tampa Bay is a good team. Yeah, Rams were okay. They just didn't show up to the field. So I think Tampa Bay will actually be taking this win away from Green Bay and heading to the Super Bowl.
Hey, you know what? That's fine. I don't mind winning a jersey. So thank you guys. So all right, those are going to be our picks. You know, a lot shorter of an episode. Ben did send in his picks earlier in the day, and he picked the Kansas City Chiefs as well as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So I am truly alone. That worries me. But all right. Well, do you guys have any closing remarks you'd like to say?
Thanks for watching the video, guys. Next year.
Yeah, next year for the EE Dolphins.
You know, I gotta say, even though he's not playing, and I'm not, and I am rooting for Tampa Bay to win, Antonio Brown is still a clown.
He is still a clown indeed. And that's the final score. Thank you and good night.